This week has been rough. Hey everyone, my name is Mallory and welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I'm an American military wife living in Germany, and I'm so glad that you stopped by my channel. If you notice that I'm a little bit different this week, it's because at the very beginning, like I said, it's been a rough week of pregnancy. This is my 7-week pregnancy update. If you've missed the past couple of weeks, make sure and go check those out. If you're also in the 7th week of pregnancy, let me know in the comments below on how you've been feeling. And finally, before we get into the specifics of this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you don't miss any more of my pregnancy updates. All right, well, let's jump into things. So quick stats. Today that I'm filming this video, it's May 25th. Yes, May 25th, 2019. So that means I am 7 weeks and 3 days. So normally I like to film these on the day my week turns over, and my week turns over, at least right now, unless things change, my week turns over on Wednesdays. So I was 7 weeks 3 days ago. So I am actually now in my 8th week, but we're talking about week 7. And I did weigh myself on the day I turned week 7, and I was 113 pounds. So we've seen, like, the week before that I was 110. So, you know, it's normal to fluctuate. I was surprised that I weighed that much though, because I definitely have not been eating as much this week and not eating as healthy, but we'll get into that. I measured my belly. I'm still like 32.5 inches around at the belly button, at the largest part of my stomach. So of course, again, it's all hormone bloat. It's not belly baby bump yet, but yeah, so still basically the same there. So baby this week is the size of a raspberry, which is really cool. So getting bigger and bigger every week, and I think half an inch or so, 0.51 according to one of my apps. But it's really incredible. There's so much development going on this week, week 7. The stomach is differentiating into different compartments. Of course, the heart has already been beating. I think the kidneys are forming. The eyes are developing, the hands and feet are developing. So, I mean, there's just like a ton of development going on. So if you're in week 7 and you're feeling just totally exhausted, feel like you can't eat anything, you feel sick all the time, this is why, because there's incredible stuff going on in your body, or in your baby's body that's inside your body. So let's talk about my symptoms. Oh, like I said, it's been rough. So the day I turned 6 weeks, so the day that I filmed my previous pregnancy update video, we actually were leaving that day on a trip. We went, my husband Mark and I went to Lourdes, France for the 61st annual International Military Pilgrimage. And if you don't know what Lourdes is or whatever, you can Google Lourdes, St. Bernadette. It's a very popular Catholic pilgrimage site, and even non-Catholics go there. So this is the second time we went on this trip. I'd really like to do a vlog on this at some point. Not right now, because that makes me tired thinking about it. But I'll put in some pictures here as I'm talking. So we left the day I turned 6 weeks. And I was a little worried about it because I knew that around 6 weeks is when a lot of people start having worse pregnancy symptoms. And sure enough, I don't know if it's because I was like starting my 7th week, or because I just was so exhausted from the tight, busy schedule that we had, or both. Like, if the schedule just being busy and tired exacerbated my symptoms, I kind of think that was it, in addition to just where I'm at in pregnancy. But the pilgrimage was wonderful. I'm so glad we went. I think the gift that I received was peace. about this pregnancy. I'm not worrying as much about something bad happening, but every single day I felt worse and worse and worse. The last night we were there, I actually threw up, which is the first and only time I've thrown up in this pregnancy. I really hope it's the last, but I was just feeling so horrible. That was Sunday night. So yeah, been feeling quite nauseated. I've started having some real aversions. So last week I was able to eat semi-normally, and like Sunday is really when it started, when things really started going downhill. So like about halfway through my week, and I have not really been able to eat hardly any meat. It doesn't matter what kind of meat it is. It's just disgusting to me, which pains me because I know protein's important, but my mom was like, you must need a lot of carbs right now, so just eat what you can. So definitely, yeah, I guess I'm kind of skipping ahead on my list, but definitely having aversions. Another symptom has been extreme fatigue. I mean, it's not unusual for me these days to get 12 hours of sleep, and I'll talk about that. I'm kind of getting it's hard when the weeks start flowing into each other, but just lots of sleep. When we got back from the pilgrimage, all I wanted to do was just lie on the couch and either sleep or rest. Another symptom that I've been having is looking at my phone, especially scrolling on social media or texting, which that's pretty much all you do on your phone, right? It makes me nauseated. It makes me feel like I'm gonna gag, like I'm gonna throw up. I'm still wearing my C-bands. I think they help a little bit, but when I'm feeling just really bad, it's like they don't really do much. So the nausea, gagginess, throat up once, can't eat meat, not a very big appetite in general. I am trying to eat smaller meals more frequently, but I'm just not very hungry, but I know I need to eat. Extreme exhaustion, sleeping all the time. I need to drink more water. Haven't been so emotional, I guess, because the tiredness, like I just don't have the energy to even be emotional. That was definitely a symptom a couple weeks ago, and that's kind of tapered off. I haven't had any real cravings. Like I said, it's just, I just want carbs. So like pasta is appetizing, gluten-free mac and cheese. I have to eat gluten-free, so everything's gluten-free. Plain spaghetti, like tomato sauce, or, you know, pasta sauce without meat, and gluten-free pasta. I'm eating more sweet things, like yogurt is pretty good. Dairy, it was pretty appetizing at the beginning of the pregnancy, but it started becoming a little less appetizing. But I'm still able to do yogurt. Oatmeal is good. So I guess I'm very carb heavy right now, which I'm not really used to. But eating a ton of carbs is better than not eating at all, because if I let myself get too hungry, then that's when I feel really sick. Something new or different that happened, I might throw this category out because this is really lame. Everything's always different. The piece of good news is that the brown spotting that I reported in my last video, that went away. And so everything's totally fine. So it didn't turn into like worse bleeding. I did want to show a couple things that we got. At the pilgrimage, we met up with my husband's twin brother, and he brought a few things from the States, from their mom, so my mother-in-law. So he brought this. This was their bib when they were babies. So she wanted us to have that. I guess they found it in the attic recently. So that's super adorable. And then my mother-in-law, she's so sweet and so funny. The day that we told our parents, both sets of our parents, that we're having a baby, which was actually the day I found out I was pregnant, like we told them immediately, pretty much. Mark's mom went online and ordered a fetal home Doppler. And so my brother-in-law brought it with him. So here it is. The brand is Up and Raise. It didn't come with any instructions, or else she just forgot to include them with my brother-in-law. But basically this is what it looks like. And it takes one of those batteries, like those square batteries, what are those called? I don't remember. But it just takes one of those in the back, and then you turn it on. And then it's connected. This is the speaker. Well, it's on there. So it connects to the speaker with this cord, and then anyway, Mark and I were trying it out on our hearts last night, and it was picking up his heart rate correctly, but it wasn't picking mine up correctly. So we'll see. I really hope she didn't spend very much on this. We'll see how accurate it is. Up and Raise, that's the brand. So like I said, I mean, it's too early for week 7. It's too early to hear a fetal heartbeat at home. I do have a prenatal appointment, my second one coming up on Memorial Day. So in my next video, I will report on that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have been putting off filming this video until today just because I've been so exhausted. That trip, we were gone for 6 days. So, and it was a bus trip. I'm just trying to recover from that. So I've put off filming this video because I've been so tired, but I got like a sudden burst of energy. I just ate some tomato soup and some baked beans. I never eat beans because they give me gas, but I've been kind of craving them, and I figure, okay, beans have a little bit of protein, so I'll eat some even if it gives me gas. And after I ate, I was feeling really bloated after I ate, but then all of a sudden I felt energetic. Mark's at the gym right now. So I thought, I'll do this video while I feel good. And I'm probably gonna turn this off and just veg a little more. So again, thank you guys for joining me for week 7 of my pregnancy update. I really hope that I have better news, that I'm feeling better in this upcoming week. Hopefully I just felt run over by a bus because of the, more because of the trip. It's hard. I think the emotions that I've dealt with this week are just a little bit of feelings of guilt because I'm just not doing what I normally do, and I'm sleeping like 10 to 12 hours a day, and then when I'm not sleeping, I'm just lying around and then trying to take Zoe out a few times a day to pee. But it's hard, and I didn't expect this level of exhaustion. That really threw me for a loop. So if you're in your week 7, please let me know in the comments on what you are feeling. And if you're feeling this way, you're not alone, I promise you. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell after you subscribe so you don't miss anything else. And I will see you guys for week 8. Take care.